Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy Show. Step off.
Hey, what is up? Welcome back to the program, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this is Tom Clark's Main Event. Happy Friday to you, one and all. Hope you and yours are doing freaking fantastic, as we say here every week on the show. This is episode number 197. We're 3 away, kids, 3 away from the big 200. Are you excited? You should be, because the show's going to take on a whole new look, whole new music, whole new graphics. Whenever I reach a milestone, I likes to change it up, and that's what I'll be doing in 3 short weeks. In 3 short weeks, this podcast that I started 6 years ago reaches episode 200. And I know what you're thinking. Number one, wow, what an accomplishment. But let's be fair, guys. 200 episodes is great. But in the beginning, I didn't broadcast all that often. So by all rights, I should probably be way above 200 by now. A lot of my peers in the podcasting, pro wrestling podcasting game are way above where I'm at right now. But you know what? I can't concern myself with them. I can only worry about what I'm doing. And yes, it's pretty darn cool to have 200 episodes almost in the can. You can see the Foonton behind me. No, there's no dog this time. He's downstairs and refused to hang out with me. I don't know why. I have no idea why. The amp is on because I kind of forgot to turn it off. So if you hear any wackadoodle buzzing in the background, that's what you're hearing. Had to play a little bass this morning, catch up on some of the headlines, and do a little bit of writing, as it were. And I'm trying to catch up on the G1 right now as we speak. And I just saw Hiroki Goto get the win over Yoshi. Yeah. Wow, he did win. I gotta admit, Goto is one of my favorite guys in New Japan. By the way, I will once again fully endorse New Japan World. If you don't have the New Japan World streaming service, brother, are you missing out? Yes, the answer is yes, you're missing out. It is freaking fantastic. And Yoshihatsu. Why do I feel like I'm getting his name wrong? I don't think I'm getting his name wrong. Remember the Chaos Stable? No, Shane will know. I bet Shane's here. Shane, am I getting Yoshi's name wrong? Let's see. Oh, Robbie just called me Tommy. Brother, never call me Tommy. Please, and thank you. The name's Tom. That's it, and that's all. Let's get some hellos out of the way. Sandy in Germany, what's up? Carlos Martinez. Shane, as we said, my New Japan guy. What's going on, brother? Jason, what's going on, my friend? Hello, Timothy. What's going on? Belinda, thank you very much for hanging out again. What's up, Mr. Elvis Martinez? Victor, what's up, my friend? Christopher, telling everybody he's here as always. Paul William Moore in Scotland. Scotland! It's my terrible accent. There you go. What's up, Paul? Thanks a bunch for hanging out, man. What's up, Brad in Minnesota? Go Vikes. What's up, Jeff? What's going on, man? Danny, what's up, my friend? Timothy in San Antonio, Texas. What's going on? Shane with some crazy ADR news. I had not heard that. That's insane. Danny, thanks for coming back, my friend. Bit, hope you and yours are doing well. Paul, we're going to get to the draft, my friend. Hold on tight. We'll get there, I promise you. Everybody asking about the draft, we'll get there. We will get there. Shane, help me out with the guy from Chaos. Is it Yoshi Hotz? God bless. Why can't I remember his name? Come on, Shane. Don't let me down. You're my New Japan guy, right? Yoshihatsu? Yoshi. Why does that not sound right? Hello, Brandon. Doing well, my friend. Fry in Ireland. What's going on, my friend? Thank you so much for hanging out. Jamel in Vegas. What's going on? Elvis, we would talk about the debate. However, this is not a political podcast. It didn't have the fireworks of the week before, I'll say that. So, yes. What's up, Ricky in England? Are you in England currently, Ricky? By the way, kids, I've had some issues today with signal. If we suddenly stop, please don't split. I've got internet people coming out tomorrow for the second time in 2 weeks. I don't know what's going on out there, man. It's really starting to get under my my skin. Robbie, it's all good, my friend. No worries. Yoshi Hotzi, come on, Shane. Where you at, bro? Don't let me down here. By the way, third cup of coffee this morning. And yes, that is a Mandalorian cup. You like that? Third cup this morning. Has to have my beverage, yo. Yoshi Tatsu. Is that it, Elvis? Yoshi Tatsu? Why does that not sound right? Yoshi Hashi. No, Elvis, I know who you're talking about. It's Yoshi Hashi. That's it. We're talking about New Japan today. That's what happened. Suddenly, Yoshi Tatsu jumped into my head for some weird reason. But no, I'm talking about Yoshi Hashi. He's in Chaos Stable, and he's in New Japan. Thank you, though, Elvis. You have jogged my memory. Shane, you let me down. My God. Shane, what's going on, bro? No, Yoshi Hashi. Yeah. Jamel says he's in an outage right now. Yeah, well, it sucks. All right, guys and gals, guess what? Let's don't waste any more time. We've got a jam-packed freaking show in store for you today. To any of you out there who may be watching the main event for the first time, what's up? I'm Tom. I'm your host. Hope you like to talk about pro wrestling stuff because, man, is you in the right place. Yes, you is, actually. Believe it. So let's get the banner up. Where's the logo, man? Let's get a logo up here also. Have we got a logo? I think our logo's up. Yes. The ticker is ticking. Let's hit some headlines, shall we? Some of the news coming out this week is the possibility that WrestleMania 37 is back to full power. There's a column on thesun.com. The Florida governor, who's as wackadoodle as they come, basically did a U-turn on the COVID-19 rules this past week and said, hey, would you like to have 65,000 people in the arena? Do it. Okay. Wow. So this has started all kinds of buzz that WWE is now looking to take WrestleMania from Los Angeles next year to Florida, excuse me, and perhaps 65,000 people. Folks, I don't know what to say. Governor Ron DeSantis' spokesperson reiterated the coronavirus restrictions have been dropped for the state, meaning other stadiums and sports can follow suit. There's rumors abounding right now that maybe Tampa will be the destination for WrestleMania 37. Is this a major mistake, in your opinion? Is this, too much too soon? I vote the latter for sure. I believe this is not over yet. I think anyone who thinks that this is over yet and believes our dim-witted commander-in-chief that a vaccine's coming soon. Sorry, I told you I was going to get political, but it is my show. What's up? You know what? I hope that a vaccine's on the way. But listen, I'll believe it when I see it. And even when it does get introduced, these things take time, kids. They don't just materialize overnight. And all the wacky people in your family and in your workplace and your friends who you never thought were going to be so insane, who have went around saying, this whole thing's a hoax, man. It's a hoax. It ain't real. I ain't wearing no mask. America. Well, guess what? Those people won't be getting the vaccine. God love it. So you got to think about this stuff, man. A vaccine is not a miracle cure. It's not a cure. I mean, you can get the flu shot. Doesn't mean you won't get the flu. Get it? I'm just saying. Shane says, yes, COVID is still spreading. Look at the NFL. Yes. Jamel says, me and mine will stay in the house. Same as here. Yes, for sure. Danny says, do it. Wrestling fans have guts. Wow. Danny, come on, Dan the man. Come on, bro. Wrestling fans have guts. Do we have the brains, though, is the question. to be smart. Justin, what's going on, my friend? Welcome back. Yoshitatsu is in New Japan, but he very rarely works. I haven't seen him working in a long time in that company. He was there, but Shane can attest to this. I don't know the last time I saw him work. Maybe he's in All Japan now. I'm just throwing it out there to you. I'm not sure. Anybody yelling headlines to me right now, I promise you we've got them. We got them on the way. Please be patient. Ryan, what's up, man? Welcome back to the show. So let's see. What else we got? Chad, welcome back. Ray, doing good, my friend. Frost says, I'm probably in a minority, but think we need to get back to some sense of normality. Yes, baby steps, my friend. Baby steps. By the way, how's it going in your neck of the woods? I'd like to know what state your country's in right now. How are you doing so far? Yeah, I got people calling me, man. I'm a busy cat, yo. Robbie says they could pull an SNL and test them, then pay them as employees to at least fill in some of the seats, but not all. I think it's too big and too unwieldy, in my opinion. Ryan says if you're willing to spread it with that many people is completely stupid, and who in their right mind would risk going? Oh, people will buy tickets, Ryan. Believe it. I won't be one. And I'm about 10 hours from Florida as we speak by car. By land, I'm 10 hours from Florida. By air, what is that? 4 hours maybe? By sea, maybe longer. Yeah, man. Yeah. So what's up, Michael? People still coming in, yo. Thanks everybody for watching. Devin Heathcock. Man, I like your name, dude. Devin Heathcock. What's up, my friend? Yeah, honestly, man, I think it's too soon. You can't predict the future. Remember back in February when we said, how bad can this really get? Remember back in March when they said, it'll be over before you know it. Remember in April when they said, by the fall, it's going to be gone. It's October. What the heck's the matter with this thing? It's October now, kids, which means no, it's not gone. No, we're not out the woods yet. Yes, it's a mess, okay? Continues to be a mess. Just look at things around you. Frog, what's up? Our government has been giving mixed messages since beginning. Don't know what to believe. Brother, don't let me mispronounce your name. Is it Fra? Am I saying it right? I don't mean any disrespect. Bit is cursing. Or did I, were you in a hot, okay, that was my bad. You meant to say hotspot. For a minute, I thought you said the S word. My bad. Jane, was it Jane? What's up in South Kakalaki? I'm Tom. I'm north of you, North Carolina. Please don't hold it against me, okay? By the way, thank you for watching. Are we friends on the Facebook? We so should be. Want to know why? Because I'm pretty fun. I don't know. Yeah, so let's see. Chad, what you got? It's just thrown out the WrestleMania at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know what's going to happen, but honestly, again, if we're talking 65,000 people, dude, if you put me in a crowd of 65 people right now, I'm going to get nervous. Do you think I'm making that up for haha and giggles? No, I'm not. Dude, I don't trust anybody, okay? I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anything. DTA, son. It's the truth, man. I don't. How can you? This thing's not over. Dan says, great to be back in the mix. Been working a lot. Happy to hear all the different opinions. Even if I don't agree with all, you're my people and love professional wrestling. Thank you, Dan, very much. Devin in Louisiana, what's going on? Trust me, anyone yelling about headlines, I promise you we'll get there. I promise you. All right, we can talk about the WrestleMania thing later if you want to. If anybody wants to bring it back up, I still say it's insane, the whole idea of it. Let's get to some NXT TakeOver 31 results if we can here. Let's see. Xia Li defeated Emily Anzulis. Yes. Danny Burch defeated Daniel Vado. Damian Priest defeated Johnny Gargano. Singles match for NXT North American Championship. Kushida defeated Velveteen Dream by submission. Santos Escobar defeated Isaiah Swerve Scott. Io Shirai defeated Candice LeRae. And Finn Balor defeated Kyle O'Reilly. What did you think about NXT? Because that leads me to this. I'll tell you what I think. Finn Balor versus Kyle O'Reilly was everything that we thought it would be and then some. We knew it was going to be hard fought. We knew it was going to be really freaking fun. It was all those things and a lot more. It was a very fun match. Very cool. Very well wrestled. Obviously, we all knew it would be. It was top-notch from start to finish. I like both guys. Balor's at the top of his game. He has been for a very long time. Balor gets overlooked as being one of the best in the world sometimes, in my opinion, because of his circumstance, meaning they don't know how to book him because they don't, and they really never have. And anytime that things have worked out tremendously for him, in my opinion, it's been because of happenstance and because he's worked himself into something great. Because, man, you can screw it up as a company. You can screw it up 6 ways from Sunday. But when that guy or gal gets their TV time and they're that good, they remind the fans at home, people looking at each other on their couch going, I've forgotten how good this guy is. It's the truth. It's the truth. Nate Dogg says Finn Balor is a sleeper Hall of Famer, always delivers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the rumor, Carlos, is that that Finn has been injured. Yes. Reggie, I promise you, bro, we'll get to the headlines. Everybody hold on. Jane, you're the best of all time. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. You're talking about my show, right? When you say love the show, Jane, you're awesome. And not just because you love my show. What's up, Brenda? Ricky says, how long have you been watching wrestling? Ricky, since before I could say the word wrestling, I've been watching wrestling. Age 2, age 3, maybe. I'm not even making that up. My tagline is, I've been watching wrestling since before I could walk. Ray says, Colin Finn was a great match, but I was upset that King Adam Cole was attacked. He definitely would get revenge, the belt back. I don't think Adam's the baby face that some people are making him out to be. I think he's still heel. I think he's behind the attack. I don't agree that it's going to be Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong as the heels. I think it might be Fish and Fish and O'Reilly as the baby faces and Adam Cole and Strong as the heels. If you'll go back and watch the thing that happened in the dressing room as Kyle was getting ready for the match and Fish and Strong were really talking about, you got this, bro, you got this. Go back and watch it and pause it. Cole is just sitting there in his chair against the wall and not making a sound. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, doesn't that set off signals for you? Here's the funny part. Ready for this? Don't be surprised if WWE doesn't even know what they're going to do with that yet. By the seat of their pants, bro. By the seat of their pants. Just saying. Ricky says, and how old are you now? None of your business, Ricky. No disrespect. I'm not doing it. Elvis says, was there still black and white TV when you started watching wrestling? Ha, ha, ha. Let me tell you something, Elvis. Yes, actually, there was. In fact, in my room as a kid, I had a black and white TV. Swear to God, it was this big. And guess what? I was happy to have it, man. I'm not even making that up. Mark, thanks, man. You guys are the best today, man. You're making a brother feel very good. Thank you very much for that. Jason says, they said Adam Cole's going to be the baby face, but I don't say, thank you. I don't think he's going to be face either. I really don't see it happening. But yes, I was all about this match. Very good. And if you've not seen it, take the time to see it. Now, let's get to another big old headline. Mustafa Ali, the leader of Retribution, in a segment I like to call, Please Make It Stop. Man, the audio version of this show, you're going to have to turn that stuff down because I'm yelling like a madman for some reason today. I'm in a good mood. I got my third cup of coffee. I'm hanging out with my friends. This is a fun time. You know you love it. So, what do we think about Ali leading Retribution, kids? What do we think? I want to hear from you. Don't just say it's good. Give me something, man. Make it good. Make it juicy. Give me something with meat on the bone, yo. Give me something fun. Give me a... Here's why I think Ali's the man, Tom. Retribution continues to be the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. in my life. And I've seen some stuff. I've seen some things, man, and some stuff. I wouldn't recommend it. Do you get that reference? Good on you if you do. So it's freaking terrible. But I love Ali. Out of all the phoniness coming from that company, I'm not just talking phony in terms of, this wrestling's not real, Rod. It's predetermined. Not that kind of phony. I'm talking about phony stuff that Vince puts out, makes you go, watch that expression. Do you ready? Watch this again. How many times have you done that to TV watching WWE? And this is immediately followed by this. Ready? What was that? If you tell me you don't do that, you are lying. Okay? And if you don't do that, then man, are you a WWE fan for life. What was it Hogan did? For life? Yeah. It's the truth, man. Honestly, come on. Don't even play with me right now. Brad says no comment. Didn't watch it. Haven't watched anything with WWE in a long time. Been watching New Japan, AEW as always, and even Impact. Good on you, Brad. You're not having to weather the storm. You know what? Listen, if you watch WWE and you're a fan, go with God. It's perfectly fine. I'm just playing with you. Well, where are you, Jeff? Jeff, there you be. I don't mind it depending where they go with the story, of course. Jeff trying to play devil's advocate on this. I'm okay with that. Hot garbage. Jason says, wow, say other people just want to get personal with you. Then again, you are a guy and another guy's asking your age. I guess it's not like you're... Jason, relax. Relax. Everybody relax. Thanks, Ray. Chris says, spoiler, he's not the actual leader. Chris, your profile pic is very intense, my friend. You ever went to Vegas and tried to win at the craps table? Is that a thing? I don't gamble. You got that poker face, brother. Ray says Retribution was awful. Wanted to poke my eyes out. Oh, that's my next move. That's my next move. Or to poke someone else's eyes out. Ricky says, have you heard he will be at Bound for Glory? I have not. I mean, do they have surprises left? They did pretty good the last time out with bringing in the Good Brothers. Robbie says, I may be an odd man out, but Ali was supposed to be the hacker, and that angle got dropped. They found something substantial to be a part of, and leading Retribution is a good fit. You know what? We'll see what happens. Devin says, you have a girlfriend, Tom. Yes, I do. And don't tell my wife. But that's a joke. Yes, I'm married, actually. I used to have a girlfriend. She's now my wife. There you go. And has been for a while. What's up, Orlando? Orlando Clack, if that is your real name. Dude, I like when you show up, man. You always ask good questions. So, yeah, man. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I like Ali. I like that he's getting an opportunity. I don't know, man. We'll see. Ryan says, could this be a push for... It's WWE, man. Hold your breath. Or don't hold it so you don't drop dead. So, Ricky says, The Rock will be at Bound for Glory. Brother, if that happens, I'll do the next show fully naked. I won't do the next show fully naked. Everyone relax. It's not that kind of show. Nate Dogg says Devin is low-key trying to get Tom's security reset password. Yes. Yes. How dare you all? I don't have much to steal. I'm going to be honest with you. God, he's still going. Devin, relax, man. No. Yeah. So, what an interesting day here on the pod. Yes. So what else we got going on? Everybody's been talking about it. Let's talk about the draft, kids. The draft begins tonight. Tonight meaning SmackDown, the October 9th edition of WWE Friday Night SmackDown. It continues on the October edition. What is that, the 12th? Check the calendar. October 12th edition of WWE Monday Night Raw. So what you thinking about the draft? Who's going where and why are they going? Anybody have any ideas? Does anybody have any ideas? Please give me something good. Maybe the better question is, do you care? Because listen, kids, no matter what they do, They're not going to stick to this draft thing anyway. You know that, don't you? It won't matter. Retribution's exclusive to Monday Night Raw. Isn't this the same group that wants to destroy the company? But we signed them. We signed them, pal. And they're on Raw, pal. Listen, you can't be invading SmackDown anymore. Okay, sure. Let's see. Barry will get there. I promise you we'll get there. I'd like to become the Universal or WWE champion real soon. Reggie, it can happen. I've seen Stranger Things, man. And I've seen Stranger Things. It's a good show. There's another, man. I'm full of zingers today, dude. Barry says KO is going to SmackDown, and if you yell in the forest, can anybody hear you? Is that a thing? Or does that involve a tree? It's the same thing. I mean, honestly, does it really matter? I don't know. Nate Dogg, the drafts is the most meaningless angle that WWE runs annually. I could not agree more. Ryan says, why have a draft when they have people flip-flopping as it is? That's exactly my point, Ryan. Thank you for saying that. Exactly what I was getting to. Brenda says Roman to Raw, then Drew versus Roman. I don't know, Brenda. Does Roman want to be on the same show as the Retribution silliness? And how long? Why would the Retribution guys and gals leave the champ off their radar? Why would they choose to do that? Wouldn't they be gunning for him? But how much sense would that make? You see what I'm saying? Would it make more sense for the champ on the show that the Retribution clique is on, faction group? Wouldn't it make more sense for that champ to be the babyface? I don't know. Jason says, trash Rollins, hopefully into retirement. World's worst boring entertainer right now behind John Cena. I like John. I do. Timothy says, what's the point of the draft? Exactly. Timothy called it. Will is cursing because he's late. My God, Will, relax. Will, you missed all kinds of stuff. We had a major giveaway. Gave away $1,000. Your name was picked. You weren't here, so you missed out. I'm kidding, Will. I'm kidding. It was $2,000. That'll teach you next time to be on time, Will. I'm just playing. Yes, naked. Anyone tuning in right now is like, what's he on about? There you go. Shane says Ruby Riott to SmackDown. Riott Squad split up. Again. Shane, to your point. Again. We'll see. Retribution to Raw. I thought they were already on Raw. Aren't they? They're not SmackDown exclusive. They're Raw exclusive, right? God bless. How do you keep this stuff? Ugh. Yeah, Finn was a sight, Ryan, for sure. Broken jaw, perhaps. I've not heard the latest on that. Will, relax, dude. Just playing, man. Where you at? There you are. Ray says AJ to Raw. We'll see. What NXT star will be on the draft tonight? I don't know, Reg. More importantly, will it matter? On NXT, the NXT talents have what I like to call a chance. Okay. On the main roster, they have what I like to call not much of a chance. Okay. Best to stay in NXT, because if you don't, you'll end up back in NXT. Want to know why? Because they don't know what to do with you on the two main shows. I did a podcast last night with a buddy who I consider a buddy, Phil Lindsay, and you'll be hearing that show on the Tom Clark 6M podcast. Teaser alert. So you'll be hearing that show in all good time. And we talked a lot about what the fans want versus what WWE wants to give you. And they're not always the same thing. And if you've been watching WWE for 5 minutes, you know this. And that's the problem with that company, among other things. Will says, how about Raw and SmackDown? Does it sound dumb? Yes. However, she's still under contract till May 2021. Okay. Ray says, Rock going to AEW. Ray, Raw going to AEW. When birds fly, okay? Wait. Yeah, no, that's right. Dude, come on. Come on, dude. It's The Rock, man. Come on. Never say never, Ray. Ray could be right of one day. You could see Dwayne, The Rock Johnson, on AEW Dynamite. Again, you got two choices. Hold your breath or don't hold your breath for fear of passing out, perhaps losing your life. We're starting to have some lagging going on. Trust me, this is not the hardware. This is the signal I've got. So if we suddenly drop, please hold on. Shannon, have you been here a while? I didn't see you. Frost says, knowing WWE, they'll split Retribution up during the draft. Wouldn't that be something? That'd be fun, wouldn't it? I'd go for that. Ricky, it was a joke, bro. Relax. Let's see. All right, what else we got? Let's get to some numbers, shall we? This week, SmackDown hit a 2.043 million rating for SmackDown versus last week's 2.032, up very slightly. Raw down by a bunch, 1.686 million, down from last week's 1.822 million. So, yes, there's your numbers for Raw and SmackDown. Despite whether or not you wanted them, you got them because I likes to give them, yo. And I just, I like to keep people informed, man. Get your thoughts on ratings and whatnot. Reggie says, I see the New Day splitting up real soon. Reg, here's the thing, bro. People have been predicting that for years. They're the longest running faction in the history of WWE. They're the longest running faction of the modern era for sure. They've been going since 2015, maybe. We could look that up. Yeah. So how about we look that up? I used to know this number off the top of my head, but we're going to find out. I finally put the keyboard down here. Where? Down there. Got old school WCW fans know what that means. Actually, Attitude Era, right? Never mind. Let's see. They debuted, the New Day did, July 21st, 2014. Yes, I believe this does make them the longest running faction, because I say faction because there's three of them, faction in WWE history. I mean, with the exception of the Authority. No, the Authority came and went in the time of the New Day. Already over. So 6 years going in that company. That's crazy, huh? That's good stuff, man. Rating for Raw will go down more because Monday Night Football. Timothy, yeah, I guess. It's not killed them, but let's be honest, man. We're down to the hardcores. Devin, you keep saying you're like me, but brother, tell me what you mean by that. I think Ricochet to NXT. You know what? Don't be surprised, man. Don't be surprised. Shocker, SmackDown signs Tessa Blanchard. Tessa's not in the company. Wouldn't be much of a draft. I mean, but you know what? It is. I mean, we'll find out. I don't know. Brian says Raw becoming too predictable. Brother, it's been predictable for a long time. Shannon says, Tom, let's talk about Cameron Grimes. God, I love doing that. Shannon teed it up, and I smacked it down the middle of the fairway, baby. That's what I do. It's good stuff. I love that guy. No doubt about it. I love him. Are you kidding? He's great. I don't have much in the way of the feud with, Terminator. What's the guy's name? I don't sell. I don't speak. I don't work much. Not the best work you've ever seen. I need a new haircut. Why I keep doing this? Yeah. Ugh, terrible. Sorry, I call it like I see it. No disrespect. No disrespect intended. How about that? Yeah, I don't get it. Brian says do something with Kevin Owens. We'll find out. The corporation will didn't last 6 years. Pretty sure it didn't. Pretty sure it didn't. Maybe 2 for that. I don't think it lasted 6 years, man. No timetable on Xavier coming back. I'm sure when it happens, hopefully it was hopefully it will be good, a surprise, fun, that kind of thing. We're all in it to have fun, yes. So, all right. So we've got some ratings done out the way. Jason says that probably would have been the Freebirds if Andre the Giant didn't fire them. Well, But we're talking about one company, Jason. I get where you're coming from. No, I'm not saying of all time. I'm talking about in the history of WWE, the longest running faction of WWE, not of all time of any company. No, that's, the Freebirds, I'm sure, are past 6 years. Got to be. And then Rock and Roll Express are not a faction. There's just two of them. I mean, obviously, right? So, no, I wouldn't call. Then there's the LOD. You could say LOD is technically a faction with Paul Ellering. That's way past 6 years. I guess you could say it's a faction. But technically, they're still just a tag team. So, no, I'm talking about actually three-man working faction. What I refer to as a faction is more than two people, my definition. I mean, they've got to be the longest running in WWE history. Timothy will get there, I promise you. Shane says Tommaso Ciampa to Raw. He fights Aleister Black. I mean, sure. I don't know, man. Listen, if you guys want to see NXT stars on the main roster, good on you. You got a lot more faith in that company than I have, brothers and sisters. I'm saying. Jason says the Freebirds were in WWE at one point. That's what I was talking about. They didn't get. Oh, no, I get you. My bad, dude. I got you. All right, let's get to some AEW. Would you like to? Let's do this. Cody versus Brodie, dog collar match. Did you see the dog collar match? My God in heaven. Main event caliber, pay-per-view caliber, main event match. This thing was fun. Cody cut a tearful promo at the end of it, made me tear up because I loves me some pro wrestling. I loves me some Cody because he's old school, yo, and I respect that and I appreciate it and I love everything about it. Plus, he's Dusty's son, so shut up. Freaking great, man. What did you think of the dog collar match? Were you happy? Were you impressed? What's going on? Devin says, hope great day about wrestling. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Timothy says that was awesome dog collar match. Could not agree more. Ember Moon will be killed it this week. Yeah, her promo was god awful. 2 words, hot garbage. But yes, I mean, in the ring, she's still good. Timothy says that was real wrestling right there. I couldn't agree more. Barry says, yes, I did. Ronnie talking about Cody's faction. Brother, listen, folks, I've written about this. There's no faction right now. Listen, where did this come from? Does anyone know where this started? Was it fans? Did AEW tease it at some point? Did I miss something? This idea of a 4 horseman faction led by Cody, when did this start? Because they've done nothing to make you think it's going to happen. You could look at things that they've said and done and go, oh, see, that's what it means. No, it doesn't. You want it to mean that, not you personally. But I'm saying fans want stuff to mean other stuff. Just tell me how it started. I'd love to know because, listen, if it happens, great, whatever. Fun times, yeah, yeehaw, whatever. But until it does, what in the world got people thinking this was actually going to be a thing? I just don't understand it. James says, heck of a match. Where you at? I can't put your comment up, bro. We try not to curse here on the show. Heck of a match. Love AEW giving us quality pro wrestling. Also, the guys doing the work need to put the show over. I agree. Yes, Greg Valentine. I interviewed Greg Valentine last year on the podcast. Good interview. Man, it was pulling teeth to get him to talk because he's a quiet guy, right? You really got to be the one to get him talking. But it was a good interview. I enjoyed it. Have you guys listened to that? It's available in the archives of the show. Let's see. Jason talking about didn't find Ember Moon attractive anymore. I mean, does that matter though? Doesn't matter to me. I don't really care. I don't really care if someone's pretty or not, man. That's just me talking. Mark says the dog collar match was classic in WA. I loved it. Oh man, Roddy and Valentine. Are you kidding? Great stuff. Did see the dog collar match. I like it. Did you see the hammer? Yes, sir. Greg Valentine. He's a legend, man. Greg Valentine's a legend. DX was longer than the New Day, Ray says. Are you sure about that? Because I've looked this up before. They debuted in 1997. And they ran, the original faction ran for 3 years. Okay. That's all they ran for was for 3 years. So I'm killing your argument. The original DX ran for 3 years. The next version of DX ran from 2006 to 2007. The version after that ran from 2009 to 2010. So no, the answer is no. They did not beat the New Day in terms of consistent, longest running faction. DX does not top the New Day. They just don't. Okay? They don't. I knew this because I've looked this up before. I did it for a piece I wrote back when they were celebrating 4 years together. So no, the answer is no. They haven't. If you want to add those years up, I guess you can. But I'm talking about longest running, consistent, which means they didn't take time off. They didn't take a break. They didn't take a year off. They didn't split up. They didn't reorganize. That's not what happened here. Jaden says, I don't mark out for anymore. It was her music that really made it for me. Well, okay. Okay, man. I don't know what to say, but all right. Let's see. Orange Cassidy versus Cody Rhodes for TNT title. Tom, remember what I said? Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. So, so at the end of this match, Orange Cassidy came out and gave the weak thumbs up, and Cody gave one back. And so next week it's on the TNT, on the AEW anniversary edition of AEW Dynamite on TNT. They'll be celebrating 1 year on the air, and it will be Cody defending the TNT Championship against one Orange Cassidy. James says AEW puts on a great product. The FTW could become the hardcore title for AEW. You know what? I'd be okay with that because otherwise, why is it there? I think it's an excuse to have another title without having to introduce another title. I'd be okay with that. I don't like the word hardcore. You can say no holds barred or something like that. That'd be fine. But hardcore, I don't want to see a return to hardcore. What's up, Cherie? What's going on? Reggie says Cody versus OC will be a great match. Could very well be. Ember Moon is hot out of any of our leagues, Nate says. Yeah, you're right about that. New Day is the longest running WWE faction. All the others have been broken up. Thank you, James. That was my point, my friend. Thank you. Let's see. Where's AEW going with the Young Bucks heel versus heel tag team match? FTR versus no, Shane, I disagree. Shane, here's my opinion. I'm glad you brought this up. I think they turned the Bucks heel because they are prolonging the confrontation between the Bucks and FTR because they want that match to happen in front of a live. I was going to say studio audience. It's 70s sitcom hour, kids. In front of a live audience, meaning more than 100 fans. That's what I think. I think they're saving this, and they're trying to get as much steam out of it as they can, as much mileage as they can out of this. They don't want to put these two teams together too soon. That's what I think is going on. That's why I think that you're seeing right now this weird Bucks heel turn thing. It doesn't make any sense. Timothy says, what was your impression of the Brian Cage versus Will Hobbs match? I like Hobbs, but I'll tell you this. As with a lot of other bigger guys who were relatively still green, slow down is my advice to a guy who doesn't need my advice, okay? But my inclination watching that match was, please, Will, slow down, okay? They keep it simple, stupid. The KISS principle in pro wrestling is alive and well, kids. And what that means is keep it simple, slow down, take your time. You know, the faster you go, the more of an opportunity there is to make a mistake. A guy that big doesn't need to try to go to. I'm not talking about he's fast on his feet, he's agile, he's athletic. I'm not talking about that. That's all well and good. I'm talking about to get from point A to point B, you don't need to be in a hurry. You see what I'm saying? Stop, think about what you're doing, and go to the next step. But that's just my opinion. Shannon says Hiroshi Tanahashi wishing Jericho well was awesome. I thank you so much for that. That was freaking great. And we're going to get there, I promise you. First, let's get to this. Chris Jericho's 30-year celebration. I love the stuff from all the celebrities, musicians, actors, actresses. It was freaking great. Freaking Slash, Lars from Metallica. I mean, Paul and Gene from KISS. Shut up. How awesome was that, right? I'm a music guy, can you tell? All that stuff was all good. Chris's dad was great. And Shaq, I mean, it was pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. I mean, they probably didn't have to ask very much. Probably just one time, hey, man, would you mind doing a little something and sending the video to us? I'm sure that none of those guys cared to do that, man. Chris is a good guy, and Chris is funny, and he's he's relatable and he's professional. And I love that Kevin Smith popped up. I'm a Kevin Smith guy, to be honest. And Kevin's always had great things to say about Jericho. So that was pretty cool. What did you guys think about the celebration? I'll be honest with you. I didn't care for the match. What in the world is Luther doing in the main event of AEW Dynamite? Listen, I don't know what the guy did before he got to AEW. All due respect and all that jazz. Don't have this guy ever booked the main event again. That's Tom's take. You can take that or you can leave it, okay? Who am I supposed to be cheering for? I don't know anything about this cat. Once again, AEW puts someone on my TV and doesn't give me any reason why I should care one way or the other. They're just supposed to, they just think that, well, everyone watching our show knows all these guys. They don't, kids. Listen, if you want the casual audience, you do want some casual viewers so that you can turn into fans, right? If you do, then you got to tell us who these people are, man. Just because I know someone doesn't mean the guy next to me is going to know. You got to give us a reason to care. I've been saying this for a year. Go back and watch the shows. I've been saying this for a year, man. Crazy. Dog car match should have been the main event. Well, if not for the Jericho thing, I would agree with you. Maybe Jericho's thing should have been an hour special by itself. I think that should have been what would have happened. So. No, Ray, wrong Luther. That's the Lex Luthor you're talking about. So Carlos says, oh, did you hear about a fan on Twitter ticked off by this concert that spread the virus? I mean, listen, when I heard about the concert, Chris came out on social media and assured everyone that it was safe. People had masks on. They had their temperatures checked. Everyone socially distanced as much as they could. Now, I don't know if any of that's true or not. I wasn't there, okay? So maybe that's just BS, just lip service for people to hear. I don't know what the answer is to that. But I'll be honest with you. Did cases come out of that? Yeah, a bunch of cases came out of Sturgis. Did it come out of Chris Jericho's concert? I don't know, dude. But listen, fans are going to say what they want to say online. People are very brave online because they're not face-to-face, and that's how it is. Richard asking about the passing of Eddie Van Halen. It's not wrestling related, but I'll give you this, Richard. All the best to the friends, family, and fans of Eddie Van Halen. If I told you I'm a Van Halen guy, I'd be lying because I never really have been. However, I appreciate a master, and Eddie Van Halen was a master guitarist. One of the best of this generation has ever seen, maybe of all time. Absolutely of all time. So deepest condolences to his family, man. It's a bad loss. It's a sad loss. I hated to hear it. It sucks. It sucks, man. Landon says, how long do you think Inner Circle will stay together? I still believe the whole MJF thing is a power play. I think MJF may end up taking over the Inner Circle and taking them away from Chris Jericho, but that's just my take. Maybe I will be wrong. It's possible. Shannon points out, love all these interactions between MJF and Chris Jericho. I couldn't agree more. Let's get to some ratings. We're nearing the end of the hour. This week, A-Dub, 753,000 compared to last week's 732. This week, NXT, 639, down from 732. But let's all remember that they went head-to-head with the vice presidential debate, who got a bunch of ratings thanks to a fly on someone's head. I mean, not just. I'm just saying. 50 million people watched the debate? Dude, shut up. They were this close to beating the debate. It's a joke. Yeah, crazy, man. Crazy times. So that's the reason for the drop on both sides. We talked about this a little bit earlier, at least alluded to it with Shannon's comment from earlier. A-Dub and New Japan. Here's my prediction, kids. You heard it here first. Well, I don't know about first, but you heard it here. Perhaps not first, but you heard it here. I think there is a working relationship on the way between AEW and New Japan. It could already be happening behind the scenes, and we've not been told about it yet. John Moxley is still the IWGP United States champion, and Kenta has the briefcase for the United States Championship title shot. That's going to have to come to a head eventually. They've mentioned Mox on New Japan programming more than one time. Kenta has mentioned him online, said he's coming for him. This is going to come to a head, folks, at some point. My prediction, my brave prediction, I think Mox drops the AEW World Championship to Lance Archer on Wednesday. October 14th. That's what I think was going to happen. And then when that happens, you're going to see Mox versus Kenta. That's my opinion. You can take that or leave it, and maybe I'll be wrong. We shall see. What you guys think about that? Nate says, what does the wrestling community need to do to ensure that the remaining prime of Nick Aldis' career isn't squandered? Nathan, this is a tough one for me because I'm with you. I don't want to see this guy swept under the rug because he's not working for the big three companies. But here's my problem. If he works for one of the big three companies, he's not going to be the same Nick Aldis. WWE, they will completely change him, screw him up, screw him over, destroy him, tear him apart, destroy, eviscerate, disembowel. It's a horror show, kids. Welcome to Shocktober. If he works in AEW, not so much. He'll be Nick Aldis, a national treasure in AEW. In New Japan, he'll still be Nick Aldis, a national treasure in New Japan. But if he goes to one of those companies, things are going to change. So I'm kind of torn on this. But I agree with you. He is one of the best talents in the business and has been for a long time. And certainly one of the best promos. And he carries himself like a champion. He's the longest reigning world champion of any company right now. He is. Richard says, I heard Dean Ambrose. You're talking about Jon Moxley. His name, my friend, is Jon Moxley. Moxley's wife is returning to SmackDown tonight. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Bit saying the same thing. Yes, Carlos. Nick Aldis is married to one Mickie James. NWA Invasion angle with AEW would have been fun. I couldn't agree more. Maybe they'll still go there. Who knows? Maybe they'll still go there. So, yes, I believe a working relationship is indeed on the way. And guess who that's good for? AEW, New Japan, and guess who else? The fans. Yes, sir. I would love to see it. G1 Climax. Let's get caught up. This is the fourth night of A Block from September 30th. Yota Tsuji defeated Yuya Uemura in the singles match opening contest. Minoru Suzuki defeated Takahashi in a match that I didn't really care about, if I'm being honest. Kota Ibushi defeated Jeff Cobb. Really fun match. I enjoyed that one. Kazuchika Okada, best in the world, defeated Tai Chi. It was kind of there for me. It was okay. Will Ospreay defeated Jay White in a match I like to call, man, that was fun. It's not catchy, but it's true. Dude, that was a fun match. Will Ospreay, mark my words, kids, Will Ospreay is not only the future of New Japan, he's also the present. And I think he will be a fantastic IWGP heavyweight champion. And he will get it at some point. And he will be their top guy. Their face of the company will be Will Ospreay. That's my humble opinion. He is freaking fantastic. If you don't know Will Ospreay's work, and yes, I'm talking to you. If you don't know it, do yourself a favor and watch him on New Japan World. He's utterly fantastic. Seth Rollins, I know you're out there. He's great, man. He's beyond great. Shane, back me up. He's freaking awesome. Moving on. Tomohiro Ishii defeated Shingo Takagi in the match I like to refer to as the Massive Car Crash. Man, what a match. Monsters Ball. You better believe it. You kidding me? That was great. Let's see. Night 8, the B Block, October 1st. Yota Tsuji. There we go. Defeated, versus Gabriel Kidd ended in a time limit draw. Juice Robinson defeated Toru Yano in a very, very fun match. And finally, Yano lost the match. For goodness sake, finally. I love Juice. Fun guy, good wrestler. And, man, this was a fun match. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Hiroki Goto. Good match, but it was 3 minutes, 59 seconds. Didn't see that coming, but it was pretty quick, man. Hiroshi Tanahashi defeated Yoshihashi, kids. It's Yoshihashi. Told ya. So I was okay with that. I wasn't extremely happy with it, but, it is what it is. Evil defeated Kenta in a match that was pretty hard to watch, if I'm being completely honest. It was not a fun bout, kids. Sonata defeated Tetsuya Naito, the reigning, current, undisputed IWGP and IWGP, there it is, Intercontinental Champions. Champion? That's it. Mind the bird chirping in the background. It's always fun. Night A of the A Block, October 5th. Yuya Uemura defeated Gabriel Kidd. Shingo Takagi defeated Takahashi. Jeff Cobb defeated Jay White. Another fun match. Jeff Cobb's never looked better, if I'm being honest with you. Kazuchika Okada defeated Minoru Suzuki. Fun match again also. Tomohiro Ishii. And by the way, those two guys worked the actual match. They worked a match. It wasn't like they went outside 100 times. They didn't really do that here. Tomohiro Ishii defeated Tai Chi. And the main event, Kota Ibushi defeated Will Ospreay. Another top freaking match for both guys. Night 10, fifth night of the B block, October 6th. Yota Tsuji defeated Yuri Uemura. Actually, this match ended in a time limit draw. Hiroki Goto defeated Toru Yano. Thank God again defeated him. This was 18 seconds. Goto's banged up, which is why the match was very, very short. I think it's his shoulder that's giving him issue, but they haven't pulled him from the tournament. They're keeping him in. Sanada defeated Zack Sabre Jr. Another good match. Evil defeated Juice Robinson in a match that was kind of just there for me. Tetsuya Naito defeated Yoshihashi, again, kind of just there. Hiroshi Tanahashi defeated Kenta by submission. Kenta's not looked great, if I'm being completely honest with you. I mean, it was okay. I'm calling it like I see it. Night 11 of the A block, sixth night took place on October 7th. Yes, it was just very recently, actually. Yota Tsuji defeated Gabriel Kidd. Tomohiro Ishii defeated Yujiro Takahashi. Kazuchika Okada defeated Jeff Cobb. Will Ospreay defeated Minoru Suzuki. Great freaking match. Go out of your way to watch Ospreay versus Suzuki. Man, it was all that and then some. Jay White defeated Tai Chi. Shingo Takagi defeated Kota Ibushi. Very, very good match. Very good. They never worked each other in a tag or otherwise, ever. Man, it was very well worth the watch and very well worth the wait. Night 12, yes, and I'm almost caught up here, folks. Gabriel Kidd defeated Yuya Uemura in the first match. Hiroki Goto defeated Yoshihashi. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Toru Yano. Sanada defeated Kenta. Tetsuya Naito defeated Juice Robinson, and Evil defeated Hiroshi Tanahashi. Did you see the end coming? Yikes. I've probably missed a bunch of comments. What you guys talking about right now with the G1? Let's see. Will is awesome, Ray says. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Brad says the match between Will Ospreay and Zack Sabre Jr. was awesome. I could not agree more. Shane says, have you seen similarities between the Usos and the Briscoe brothers? This would be a great dream match. The Briscoes versus anybody would be a great match. So, no doubt. I love the Briscoes. Always have, always will. Let's see. What if Kenta shows up next week? Here's the problem with that theory, James. I don't hate it, but here's the problem I got, man. For Kenta to show up next week, if you're traveling to the United States from Japan, is travel open back up from Japan? If he is, do you have to quarantine? You're supposed to. They would want him to quarantine for 2 weeks. He won't be next week. Let's say he shows up out of the blue to be at the minimum of 2 weeks, and he's still in the G1 right now. Right? He's still in it, to my knowledge. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, man. New Japan World, $10 a month worth it. Shannon says, abso-freaking-lutely. Bit, thanks for hanging out, my friend. So, all right, folks. So we are almost up on the hour. We're going to take at least 5 minutes to do the stuff that we always do. It's the open floor. The next 5 minutes of the floor is yours. What you guys and gals want to ask, what you want to say, questions, comments, words of wisdom, always welcome here on Tom Clark's Main Event. By the way, before we get started, immediately after this show today on my Facebook page and on the Facebook page of Tom Clark's 6M Podcast, there it is, we will reveal episode 9 of the show next week. I will say this because I've said it a bunch already on social media and here as well, that downloads for Tom Clark's 6M Podcast are up, baby, through the roof. I couldn't be happier. I've been showing them to Nate. He always responds with, dude, he should because it's fun. Listen, we're not burning down the woods. We're not doing anything freaking great here, honestly, in terms of, we're breaking records. We're breaking records for me as a podcaster. It's fun. If you haven't listened to the 6M Podcast, you're missing out. Please go give it a listen. Subscribe and download Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, and the YouTube. There you go. Brad says, absolutely loving the whole show. Best money I've ever spent. Sorry about the volume. So there we go. Let's see. Shane says the Octopus Jonathan Grisham is RH right now. RH is back. Yes, sir. Grisham's very, very good. No, Chris, nothing new on Kelly Klein. I tell her all the time, but it's not happening. So, Ray says, with Finn hurt, will my buddy bring King Adam Cole win his belt back, baby? I don't have any idea. Folks, I got a phone call coming through. I'm going to have to take this. I'm going to have to get on out of here. Listen, thanks everybody for listening. Thanks everybody for watching. We do appreciate it. Thanks everybody for hanging out as always. This has been fun. It's always fun. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching along. Please subscribe today. Check us out, Tom Clark's 6M Podcast. We do very much appreciate it. Thanks again, everybody, for being there for us, for giving us the time of day. Thanks, everybody, and hope you have a great weekend. Tom?